Hey, people ask me sometimes about some of the tips that I do on some of the different things. I'm putting splines into this, and the idea behind that is when you do a 45, you want to have something to register it against. So I'm going to cut a channel down this and a channel down the top, which I've already done. Then I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of mason board in there, a very small piece, but it's going to make sure everything gets nice and aligned and stays in place when I'm gluing it up, and that's always something that we like to do. Now, to do that, I'm using a jig that I made. And it looks kind of strange, but the idea is I'm putting the jig onto this, and I'm registering the angle here, which is 45 degrees. And as a result of that, I now have a nice solid surface that I can run a router down and make that cut. And I'm kind of proud of this because what I did was I took the jig, or to make the jig, I took four pieces of the plywood and put them together, glued them together, and then cut a 45 degree into it. Starting off on the table saw, but finishing up on the joiner. Cutting a 45 degree on a joiner is a lot easier, or a bigger 45 on a joiner is a lot easier, and honestly a lot safer than a table saw. So, without much further ado, we're going to get this adjusted. And as I've told people on many occasions, making jigs is kind of one of the things that you learn as you're becoming a woodworker or a finished carpenter. You know, you have to learn how to make jigs and come up with jigs that'll do the job that you want to do. Now, this is a Festool edge trimming router with an edge guide, and I've set it up so that it should travel directly down that and cut the channel that we're looking for. And so, without much further ado, and I hope without my usual and customary bloodshed, we will get this taken care of. Okay, and no one was injured in the making